Hello, my name is Lacey and today I'm going to do my October 2023 TBR. This month I'm still going to do, or actually no, I'm not going to do, I got myself last week Tales of Playing Cards, and so I'm going to use these cards to do the prompts instead of my unit cards. And this month I am hoping to do Becca's Spookopoly-a-thon. I think that's what it's called. I just haven't been able to organise it yet. What I am thinking of doing is reading a book on my TBR on the second day, do Becca's Spookopoly-a-thon or Spookopoly-a-thon instead of picking up a TBR book. So that's all like picking up a TBR book if it fits that prompt. So I'm still going to do 10 cards. I have more prompts now because there are more cards. I didn't add the Joker, but let's get started. So the first card is a King, which is to read a book I want to unhaul. The second card is a Jack, which is to read a book from my book card. The third card is a Queen. Queen is to read a book with an author's last name starting with A. Number 4 is a 3. So a number 3 is to finish/continue a series. Good, I needed that. Number 5 is a 4, which is to read a YA book. Number 6 is a 5. Let's read 2 of an author's books, okay. Number 7 is a 6, which is to read a book you have started but haven't finished. Oh, I have a book for that. Number 8 is a 7, which is to read a middle grade. Number 9 is an 8. Number 8 is to read a romance book. And then the final card is another 7. So I picked the books and we are going backwards in the order that it picked the prompts. First prompt was to pick a book you want to unhaul, and I have picked Hollow City by Ransom Riggs. This is the second book in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. I'm almost finished the first book, and I feel like it's a bit of a slug to get through. I don't know what this is about, but I do like it that it's like very imaginative, and I like that there's pictures throughout it. So, yeah. Oh yeah, this is a very romance-heavy TBR. Even though it's October, I'm saving my spooky stuff for Becca's Spookopoly-a-thon. So the next prompt was to read a book with an author's last name starting with A. I chose Imogen, obviously, by Becky Albertalli. This is her newest book, which I haven't read yet. And the synopsis is: Imogen Scott may be hopelessly heterosexual, but she's got the world's greatest title locked down. And when she visits her best friend Lily, newly out and thriving, with a cool new squad of queer friends at college, Imogen brings her Ellie A game, even if it means bending the truth just a little. Like when Lily drops a tiny queer bombshell, she's told all her college friends that she and Imogen used to date, and none of them know that Imogen is a raging hetero, not even Lily's new friend Tessa. Of course, the more time Imogen spends with chaotic, freckle-faced Tessa, the more she starts to wonder if her true was ever all that straight to begin with. I'm kind of excited for this book. I'm kind of excited. I just don't know why I haven't read it, because usually I read Becky Albertalli like within the month I get the books. The next prompt was to read a book from your book cart, and I have chosen Love Boat Taipai by Abigail Ren, I believe. And the synopsis is: whenever Wong's parents send her away for the summer, she's expected to attend a strict educational program in Taiwan. Instead, she finds it in famous Love Boat, a free-for-all will hook up the band, adults turn a band a blind eye, and the nightlife runs non-stop. Will Love Boat give ever the courage to pursue the future she dreams of, to become who she wants to be? One thing's for sure, this will be a summer she'll never forget. So, I know that this book is now a movie. I'm very excited to read this book. As you can see, I have tabbed it, but I have not read it. Okay, so the next one was to read a romance, I believe. And this was also from my book cart. I need to get that for my book cart. I have chosen Mistletoe and Mr. Right by Sarah Morgenthaler. This is the sequel to The Tourist Trap. I forgot what that book is about, but I can tell you that I really did enjoy it. Okay, so it's not like a sequel. I think it's a companion novel, but I forget. I'll read the synopsis. It's a Christmas novel. I don't know why I'm reading it. I can read a Christmas novel in October. The quirky small town of Moose Springs, Alaska can't stand a rich socialite with dreams of changing things for the better, but Lana's determined to prove that she belongs, even if it means trading her stilettos for snow boots and cracking one of the town's hairiest Christmas mysteries, the Santa Moose, an antic Grinch, hell-bent on destroying every bit of holiday cheer and tinsel it can sink its teeth into. And really, how hard could that be? The last few years have been tough and retarding, and things aren't getting any easier now that his dreams goes back in town. When Lana accidentally tranquilizes him instead of the Santa Moose, it's clear she needs help fast, and this could be a chance to finally catch her eye. isn't all out Christmas war, but they kidnap that darn beast before it destroys the town. Rick and Lana may finally find a place where they belong together. I am excited for this book. I'm like excited to dip into this book. I'm sure I'm gonna love it. I had to choose 2 middle grades, and the first middle grade I have chosen is Pages & Co. The Treehouse Library by Anna James. So I've talked about Pages & Co. before. This series is about this girl named Tilly who finds out that she's a book wanderer, and she finds out that she can like travel through books, and it's a really good series. I enjoy it. This is the 5th book in the series. I'm not entirely quite sure when number 6 is, if there is going to be number 6, but usually it comes out in October. So this is the 5th book. The next middle grade I chose is Tiger Daughter by Rebecca Lim. The synopsis is Ren Zhao is the only child of Chinese immigrants who's moved to the lucky country has proven not to be so lucky. Ren and her friend Henry Zai, his mum and dad are also struggling immigrants, but dream of escape of their unhappy circumstances and form a place to sit and entrance exam in a selective high school far from home. But when tragedy strikes, it will take all of Ren's resilience and resourcefulness to get herself and Henry through the storm that follows. So I'm not entirely sure that it's middle grade, but I think it is middle grade. From what I can remember, I think it is middle grade. The next prompt was to read a book you started but haven't finished, and I have chosen The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. So I am 134 pages in. The only reason I have not finished this yet is because it is a big book, and me and book, no, I don't like them, but I read them. I take forever to read them. So the synopsis is: Catalina Martin desperately needs a date to her sister's wedding, especially when her little white lie about her American boyfriend has spiraled out of control. Now everyone she knows, including her ex-boyfriend and his fiancée, will be there. She only has 4 weeks to find someone willing to cross the Atlantic for her and aid in her deception. NYC to Spain is no short flight, and her family won't be easily to fool. But even then, when Erin Blackford, the 6'4", blue-eyed pain in the ass, offers to step in, she's not tempted even for a second. Never has there been a more aggravating, blood-boiling, and insufferable man. But Carolina is desperate, and as the wedding gets closer, the more desirable an option Erin Blackford becomes. I am excited to finish this book. What I have read of it, I did enjoy it. I just need to finish it. So the next part was to read 2 of an author's books. So I have chosen 2 Christina Lauren books. I have chosen Love and Other Words and Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating. The synopsis for Love and Other Words is: at 13, you were my first real friend. At 15, you were my first love. At 18, you were my everything. We're about to take on the world together into one mistake shattered our future. Now, I'm about to marry a safe man who will never touch my heart, whose loss would never break me. He doesn't really need me, and that's how I like it, until one day I turned around in a coffee shop, and there you were. It's been 11 years, and nothing has changed. I don't know how to forgive you, and worse, I don't know if I can resist you. I am intrigued to read this book, and Jocelyn Hazel's Guide to Not Dating is: Hazel Camilla Bradford knows that she's a lot to take, and fakely most men aren't up to the challenge. If her army of pets and taste for these are absurd, don't send them wanting her lack of filter and tendency to say exactly the wrong thing. They're lost. Not everyone can handle a Hazel. Josh M. has known Hazel since college. From the first night they met, when she gracefully threw up on his shoes, Josh has always thought of Hazel more as a spectacle than a peer. But now, 10 years later, after a cheating girlfriend has turned his life upside down, going out with Hazel is a special for that hair. Not that Josh and Hazel date, at least not each other. Setting each other up on potentially terrible double dates means there's nothing between them, right? I am excited to read this. Okay, so the next prompt I had was to read a YA, and I chose Sadie Starr's Guide to Starting Over by Miranda Lubby. This is an Australian author. The synopsis is: Sadie Starr is obsessed with starting over, a new year, a new diet, a new social media identity, anything that gives her a chance to be a better version of herself. So when her dad's job moves the family interstate, she's excited for a fresh start. It's also the perfect excuse to leave behind the mess she's made with her best friend and secret crush, Daniel. But at her new school, life gets complicated fast. There's Alexa, her pink badge girl gang, on a mission to support women. There's sports star Sam, he might just be the boy she needs to get over Daniel. There's Jack, weird and untouchable. And then there's Loz, who has a story that changes everything. To fit in, Sadie will have to make choices that could throw her new life in complete chaos. I am kind of excited to read this. It's also a very short book too. me and short books go well together. And the last prompt is Ever After Always, which is the third book in the Bergman Brothers series. I read the first two, I really enjoyed them. I won't tell you the synopsis for this one, even though it's like it's a continuing. Oh, it's about a different character, but I kind of don't want to spoil what it's about. And also, I've forgotten what the first one is about, so sorry about that, guys. But thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like my videos if you like them. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.